Talking of liberty and uproar, India's recent encryption bill faced immense flack from most of its citizens for obstructing their freedom of speech and expression. Armed with technology, today's world uses encryption mostly for e-commerce and governance, along with its communication via social media sites like WhatsApp and Facebook. Under Section 84A of the Information Technology Act of 2000, the bill states that the government has the capacity to monitor the encrypted virtual activity of its people at any given point of time. This, the popular online media accuses, is the government's plan on eavesdropping on the freedom of its masses. To enable information security, the vision of the bill states, ironically, these encryption procedures that the government plans on scrapping help in securing the financial and the personal details of its virtual consumers. Simply put, this means that the companies will have to keep their consumers' passwords in plain text for 90 days from the date of transaction, thus leaving the personal information and the entire life of their consumers vulnerable to hacking and theft. However, as the changing times witness, people strongly voice their opinions against this blatantly infringing draft. From young students to mid-aged professionals to experienced yet naive members of the government, everybody took on to different forms of media, criticizing, some constructively and some mindlessly, this policy draft by the INB ministry. Following this public outcry, the government was compelled to make a U-turn on Tuesday, thus exempting the social media, apps and password-based e-commerce users from saving their data for a minimum of 90 days from the date of transaction, as was declared by the policy draft previously. Opposition parties like the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party slammed the BJP-led government for the same. Communications and IT Minister Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad expressed his concern over the matter, stating that the government is in support of freedom of social media. However, he also clarified that the cyberspace is rapidly growing in the world. To help manage these, the government only suggested of this policy draft based on what other countries have been adopting.
67 years and 10 attempts. Nepal's President Mr. Barni Yadav has yet again signed another draft of its constitution on September 10 this year, exempting Nepal of its interim authorities temporarily.
After the Maoist insurgency of 1996, which cost over 15,000 Nepalese lives, the country was forced into the hands of the royals, causing agitation amidst its people, demanding secularism and privileges to the marginalized. These demands soon forayed into violent outbursts and pushed the Nepalese authorities to take immediate measures to pacify the commoners, dreading an Asian version of the Arab Spring.
The constitution comes as a pleasant shock to the citizens of Nepal, a disastrous one to many others. Under the clause of international treaties, the new constitution has been criticized of violating Nepal's commitment to other countries. Along with these improved international policies, the constitution also discusses LGBTQ rights, women empowerment, religious and cultural tolerance, and promotion of social solidarity. Nepal's Prime Minister Mr. Sushil Koirala, along with Maoist chiefs Mr. Pushpa Dahal and Mr. KP Sharma Oli, blatantly refused to accept India's suggestion to their constitution. Both Ministry of External Affairs of India and Prime Minister's Office have expressed utmost concerns over this rejection. In a text titled Statement on Situation of Nepal, the Indian Foreign Ministry declared that it has always supported a federal, democratic and inclusive constitution. As you can see, the amendments proposed by India demand better living conditions and justice to the Madheshi tribe. We concerned about the situation in the regions bordering India, the ministry said, referring to the recent violent outbreak in the Terai region of southern Nepal, the native place of the Madheshi.
However, Nepal's strong criticism of these amendments led to India taking a defensive backstep, stating these amendments were mere suggestions, not meant for implication.
India is in a fold between a developing and a developed nation, and this hindrance with Nepal may only prove fatal to its international relations.